Why this project is important in Europe today is that because there are so many people traveling all over Europe, and there are certain nations that has so many people from those nations as a population traveling to other countries, and they live in other countries, and therefore they take their culture with them to other countries, and therefore you see changes in Europe. And I think this is why this project is very important. We can see the different cultures and different aspects when we look at the nations, basically.
Well, we initiated the project because we felt that together with other partners around Europe, we could create a sustainable structure for exchange in the future, and we would be strong enough to come up with 5 new plays about the intercultural Europe, and we can also translate and share the plays with each other. And this network is important for the future and for all things we want to do in the future and share. And I think for the individual artists, it will be very important contacts as well. There might be a director who found a new writer or vice versa, and that's across national borders.
Why Theatre Ost has chosen to be in this project, there are a number of reasons for it. It's because of the focus on the importance of migration in Europe, the changing things in Europe because of that migration. It's because of the focus on the big metropole cities. When you look at Berlin, London, Stockholm, Amsterdam and Istanbul, it's all these big metropoles where the migration has had the most impact, I think, and the change has been the greatest. It's spearheaded for the rest of the European countries, but also because of the focus on the cultural diversity, which is one of the main topics of our theatre, because of the focus on new stories that have to be written, have to be told, that haven't been heard on theatre stages so far. That are 4 of the reasons, and I can name many more of them. Another thing also is, for us it's very important to compare our experiences in the metropole of Amsterdam with other cities. What are their experiences? Are there similarities? Are things different? What are the differences? Are we heading for the same goal or not? That are some of the reasons why we very much like to participate in this Europe Now project.
The context in this project is very useful for future work, of course, because it's a great practice to be able to find a different language to reach writers and dramaturgs in particular, to be able to talk to them about similar themes that are sort of interwoven into this project, but how they're reflected in different ways. So it gives you a good practice to be working with European theatres in more close relationship.
Great in London was that I had the chance to see my text from an outside perspective. It was amazing to see how my words kind of transformed in the mouths of the British actors, and I found that I learned quite a lot in the rewriting of the final draft, because I had like a first draft coming to London.
When we talk about Europe, it's nearly almost about economy, about a crisis, and it's mostly negative. And I prefer to tell the stories of the people who live there. And I see it as my job as a playwright to use these stories in my plays and to find a wider audience and to spread them so that the audience perhaps look further than their own backyard when they see the plays. So I hope that they will do that.
Tragedy in the play. Through this melodrama, you can have a much bigger political message about Europe today. So it was my thing, it was an idea after the play, but it was a big melodrama for me.
The production process has been a bit special since it's a collaboration between 2 theatres in Sweden and also 5 theatres in Europe. So it's been a little bit more things to think about as a director. But I think what's been most special about this production process has been the rehearsals with the actors, because we've been talking a lot about personal experiences and about our lives and about ourselves. And I think that this is what the play does to you, that you think about yourself and your role in the society, and also how you want the world to be and how to act to get it as you want it.
Like in the same topics I am, because it's a huge problem to find political playwrights in Germany, which I think is quite a stupid thing. So I'm really glad to be with all these people, and we're all talking about the same issues, and we're angry about the same things, and it's a great
Our network is a small network, and I think we need to enlarge it, because I think other countries and other cultures are also looking for a thing like this. I think that would be very good if we would have a final festival where we could discuss how to proceed in future.
If we were to do this again, we would set up more of a tour. So if we're going to go to Sweden and to Germany, we'd set up a few more destinations along the way and build a greater tour. Because once you've spent the money to make the show, to start the tour, to put the team together, you might as well go to more places. And you could probably make it more cost effective. So I think that's something we'd like to look at.
Future projects would be that we take another step, and that would be to co-produce together, and not only to exchange performances, but actually to really work together within a production. I think that would be also a way to learn a lot from each other and about each other's possibilities
and limits. So that's something. We have also talked actually about, we all have so many international contacts, and we were thinking about what if all the 5 of us bring another partner into the project, and we would be 10 partners together, and maybe then partners from outside Europe. It might be completely other kind of stories.